UFC fighters that need to change weight classes. Now, I know, who is this guy telling these UFC fighters, to make this big decision, whatever. But in my opinion, bro, there's a ton of fighters that I feel like would benefit either moving up a weight class, moving down a weight class, the either or. And today I'm just gonna say a person from each division, and let's just get into it, right? For flyweight, I think Tagir Ulanbekov should move up a weight class up to bantamweight because let's be honest, bro, in every single one of his fights, he's like literally like a twig in there, bro. He's so tall. I think he's like, how tall is he? Let me check. He is 6. All right, all right, bro. All right. 6'7". He's very tall, so he cuts a lot of weight, and bro, he's literally like a twig in there. It's not even like one of those. It's not like Brandon Royval is pretty tall and pretty skinny as well, but like Brandon Royval, he's still there. Like he's not. You can't just push him. I feel like Tagir, I feel like you just push him and he folds all the way back to the cage. He's gonna fold his back on the cage. That's how it is, bro. And we just saw his last fight. Even though Horiguchi is a shorter guy, but he's just way more muscular, way more powerful than Tagir, and he did his work. He almost knocked him out and then submitted him. I think Tagir, I think it's very fair for him to move up, bro. I think he's tall enough. I think his frame is, he can put on some muscle. And I've seen a clip. The main reason why I picked him is because I've seen a clip of Islam literally saying that Tagir is so skinny that he could literally like if the wind comes, he's gonna like go away like a plastic bag or something. So yeah, it has to be Tagir. Yeah, move it to bantamweight. I mean, I guess Umar is at bantamweight. How's that gonna work? We'll see. I think this is smart for his career, bro. For his career. Now let's get into bantamweight. There wasn't many options. I'm gonna be real. There was not many options. I feel like, I had to go with O'Malley just because, right? He's very big for the division, and I feel like he just hasn't been able to put on any weight in his fights. Like he had this whole thing of like his rematch against Marab. He's gonna be more like determined and like disciplined, whatever. He's gonna stop gooning. He's gonna do all that stuff, and he literally showed up in pretty much the same weight we've always seen him. He a little more. I guess you could see more of his abs and a little more of his like. I guess you could see a little more muscle, but not really. Let's be real. I feel like O'Malley has the frame to put on a lot of to put on some weight, but I don't know. We'll see how it is because he is a very quick guy, and I feel like at featherweight, right? He should move up. By the way, I feel like at featherweight, there's a lot of strikers. Bantamweight, you have the champ Peter Yan, who's a great grappler and a great striker. Marab, same thing, but a better grappler, worse striker. Let's be real. And then you got Umar, who's also really well-rounded. There's a lot of well-rounded fighters in this weight class. Even the guy who's going to fight next, Song Yadong, he's very well-rounded as well. I feel like if he moves up to featherweight, you have Volk, I guess, majority is striker. Gene Silva, striker. Arnold Allen, striker. Like, there's a lot of strikers at featherweight. And I feel like O'Malley, if he puts on some weight, he could definitely speed diff them. And I feel like he'd do pretty well. I feel he's definitely tall and rangy enough to be there. And the only reason I went O'Malley was just, it's not really anyone else to really go. Like, I wanted to go Vinicius Oliveira, but like, bro, it doesn't really make sense to go with him because he hasn't had a run at bantamweight yet. O'Malley already had his run. He became champ. Why not just move up, fight more often, But if you can make weight consistently, then I don't mind him staying at the weight class. But I've seen clips of him being like, talking about how scary his weight cut is and how he literally had to like throw up. He had to make himself throw up to lose weight. Like, it was something like that. That was crazy. So yeah, I'm gonna go O'Malley for your own sake, brother. For your own sake, brother. Just move up or something. I don't know. There's a lot of fighters who he has his number. I feel like in this way. Actually, there's only one, Marab. But like, let's be honest, Umar versus O'Malley. I think we all kind of see Umar winning that. Peter Yan versus O'Malley too. I feel like we kind of all see Yan. Maybe not all, but I think Yan takes that. So yeah, moving on to featherweight. Now, featherweight. Again, there's not a lot of options. There are actually some options that already moved. I think Josh Emmett, I think he's moving up to lightweight. I think that's confirmed, or maybe I just made that up. I don't know. I think Brian Ortega, that's confirmed. He's fighting what's his name? Moicano. But I had to go with the champion, Volkanovski. I feel like, during the ends of his career, I feel like he's already, he's already been the featherweight champ for so long. He's gonna fight Diego Lopez again. Like, there are matchups for him in this division, like Evloev and maybe Laurent Murphy or something like that. But I feel like Volkanovski is to that point of his career where he doesn't really need that. He doesn't really benefit from those fights. I mean, he does, but I feel like if he moves up, risks it for the biscuit, maybe fights Oliveira. If he beats Oliveira, if he beats Topuria, which I don't really see how that goes, but I feel like it'll be better for his career. And I feel like he's already big. He's already a big featherweight as well. Just to fight more often, less of a weight cut. And I think he looked really good. He looked really good at lightweight, especially that first Islam fight. He put on the weight very well, and he was very fast. And his takedown defense looked good. So I don't think he'll get like weight bullied, So yeah, I'm going to go Volkanovski. There's not many other options. I'm going to be real. Maybe Lopez, if he puts on some more weight, he can move up. I don't know. We'll see. Now, lightweight. I had to go Oliveira. I had to. Just because Oliveira, bro, he's been really struggling with his weight cut. As we've seen, I feel like every single time this guy fights, there's like a clip of him crying or like about his weight cut or like him like hugging his coach while like naked during his weight cut. You could definitely tell this guy struggles a lot, which I think all UFC fighters struggle, but this guy seems like, bro, literally look at his face. He already has like a chiseled face. I get it, but bro, his face is literally like all bones at that point. So yeah, I think he should move up. If he loses all to Holloway, I think he should move up. And I think he'll be pretty good at welterweight. We've seen what Islam did, and if Charles Oliveira puts on weight like Islam did, bro, why can't he do good at welterweight? I think just, bro, his danger and his lighter man skill. Shout out Lucas Tracy. He's back. His danger and just well-roundedness, I think will do really well at welterweight. He could definitely, I could see him finishing a lot of these guys. I don't know. But you had to go Oliveira. There's not really many other options. Maybe like Dan Hooker. He's kind of tall and has a good frame to put on some weight, but Dan Hooker's not a welterweight, bro. Didn't he fight out featherweight? Like, that hasn't really been. Actually, so did Oliveira. Now I'm thinking about it, but had to go Oliveira. Not only do I think it's the weight cut stuff, but I feel like he'd do good at welterweight. So yeah, welterweight. All right, moving on to welterweight. This one, it's not moving up, it's moving down. I had to go with Sean Brady. Sean Brady, he's very short for the weight class. That being said, his back is he is like, look at his body, bro. He's like no gay, like, bro, he's thick, bro. He's a thick guy. His chest is huge. His back is actually like huge. His muscle, his hand, let me chill. His biceps are pretty big, like, bro. It's big, but I don't know, bro. I feel like he should move down. I've seen a clip of him already saying that he's potentially might move down after his fight against Morales. And I'm not only saying he should move down because, he fought a guy that's literally like 200 pounds. But he's short. I think he could, it doesn't seem like he really struggles that much during the weight cut. He's taken short notice fights before, so you can only assume that, the weight cut isn't too tough. And yeah, I think you do good at lightweight as well. I think we'll hang with a lot of these guys. And yeah, bro, what else can I really say? Like, he lost to Morales. He did get kind of weight bullied in that fight. You could definitely see the difference in just size and everything. And he just couldn't keep up with Morales' his power, bro. He got weight mocked. He got weight bullied, weight diffed. So yeah, had to go with Sean Brady to move down to lightweight. Lightweight, I honestly, at this time, lightweight isn't that stacked no more. I think welterweight kind of took over because a lot of the lightweights moved up. Actually, it was just Islam. What am I saying? All right. Now, middleweight. I had to go with Bo Nickel. Now, look at this guy, bro. He looks very flat. Like, he's one of the only fighters that doesn't have like you can't really see his abs for real. He looks very flabby. He's not that tall either. I get it. not wanting to cut that much weight, especially since actually don't wrestlers cut a lot of weight? I'm pretty sure wrestlers do cut a lot of weight. But we've seen in the past with his fight against Reinier de Ritter, he's just not big enough, bro. We've seen Reinier absolutely weight mog him, similar to how Brady got weight mogged by Morales. That's what happened with Bo Nickel. And bro, the thing with Bo Nickel, I get it more. Like, look at Brady right here. Brady is like, he's still like pretty slim. Like, you can see his abs, the muscles. Like, let me chill. But bro, Nickel, he's just kind of flabby. Is it just me? He's kind of flabby. He's not that tall either. I say we move him down to welterweight. I think he can do good at welterweight. That's what I'm saying. I think he'll skill wise, he'll. All right, I think skill wise, he'll do good. But I just think, bro, it's the flabbiness, bro. I think you should either you put on some weight, even though he's already seems pretty muscular. Put on some weight and stay with here, but that's the thing. In these divisions, the top of the top, bro, all of them are like pretty much a weight above, bro. Like, look at Reinier de Ritter's pretty much a light heavyweight. Kyle Braujo's big. Hamza Chimaev's huge. Like, even Izzy's huge. Sean Strickland's pretty big. Fluffy Hernandez. Like, all of these guys are really big. And I don't know if Bo Nickel, when he gets up there in the division, I don't know if he's gonna do good against them, We'll see though. We'll see. I think he should move down. But moving on to light heavyweight, I had to go with Alexander Rakic. I feel like y'all were thinking I was going to do Alex Pereira. No, I went with Alexander Rakic just because I feel like, first of all, this dude's, I think he's like 6'5", but he's so lean where he's very chinny as well. He's very lean and chinny, where I feel like with his frame and his height, if he moves up to heavyweight and if he puts on some weight, bro, no one's going to be able to even touch him, bro. For real, isn't it? Because he has very good technique, right? He doesn't really throw much. He's not like a stylish guy, but it's very simple to the point. We've seen what the fight with Yuri Prohaska, that was a very competitive fight, especially early on. He was kind of destroying Yuri early on, right? But we saw, when he gets hit, he just doesn't react well. I don't know if that's because of the weight cut, because he's really big and he cuts a lot of weight. I don't know if it's because of that or maybe something else. I don't know. But I think if you move him up to heavyweight with his frame, puts on more muscle, he'll fight more often. I think he only fights around once or twice a year. And, bro, he's on a 3-fight losing streak. He got knocked out in the first round. That didn't even seem like a big punch. Like, I think it was like a jab that landed or something. He got knocked out. Moving up to heavyweight, I think he could compete with the big guys. Maybe not the big guys like the Aspinalls, the Gons or whatever. But I think size-wise, he'll definitely do good. And yeah, I'm going to have to go with Alexander Rakic. I didn't go with Pereira or Yuri, or I heard people saying Jamal Hill should move up. Brother, he has a gut at light heavyweight. Why would he move up? He has a gut at light heavyweight. Let's not move him up. Bro, he's going to look massive. He's going to look like Chris Barnett. No, I'm playing. But had to go with Rakic. Now, heavyweight. There's no weight class above heavyweight. Heavyweight is the biggest weight class. It's not like boxing where you got, isn't there like a weight class above? I'm not even sure. But one of the two options I had was Ante Dalia or Sergey Spivak, because I'm pretty sure, or Justin Almeida. Those three are they're a little lighter than the rest. I wasn't going to go with Cyril Gahn or something because, he's not making light heavyweight, Had to go on to Dalia. I'm pretty sure his last fight, he weighed in at 237 pounds. That's literally what Alex Pereira walks at. Like, bro, he's literally the same size as Alex Pereira, the same weight as Alex Pereira. And I feel like he has pretty good skill. I'm not saying he should move down. I actually think, but we seen what he did last fight. He almost knocked out Cortez Acosta. He was an eye poke. And then, boom, Cortez Acosta knocked him out with one punch. I know Waldo has good power, but, if you're getting put out with one punch, against a guy who literally just got eye poked, dare I say that it's because of the weight, maybe? If you're making excuses for him, you could say that's because of the weight. So, yeah, maybe he should move down. He has pretty good skill. I think maybe, not really. I don't really think he could hang, but Yeah, I don't know. That's pretty much the only option. Maybe Sergey Spivak if you want. Jelton Almeida. No, I don't think he does what he does at light heavyweight. I don't think he's top 5 at light heavyweight like he is at heavyweight. So yeah, that is the video. Let me go full screen real quick. Oh wait. Boom. Just got a shout out, just self promo real quick on my own channel. All right. That is the video. USC fighters that should, I think, that have to change weight classes. If you guys agree with me, comment. If you guys don't agree, who else, or you know what I mean, like just comment or something. I don't really know, but yeah, that's the end of January 1st. Today is January 1st. I promise y'all, or I'm not promising nothing, but I'm gonna do y'all proud this year, bro. I'm gonna do y'all proud this year. I already have it. I already envision it. And what did Luke Rockhold say? You believe it. You what did he say? You believe, achieve. I don't know what he said, but but that is the end of the video, and I'm out of here, bro. Subscribe, like, get me to 200 at least. Like, come on, can we just get to 200 already? Like, come on, bro. And I'm out of here.